Hello, in this video, we're focusing on the practical concepts that you can actually apply in the real business world. Hope you enjoy it. Let's get on with it. In fast-growing organizations, feedback plays a crucial role in driving learning, execution, and innovation. However, many leaders struggle to provide feedback that is both honest and kind. Often they either soften their message to avoid causing discomfort or give blunt criticism that harms trust and morale. Both of these approaches slow down learning and lead to hidden failures. Radical Candor is a framework designed to address this issue by encouraging leaders to care personally about their team members while also challenging them directly with clear and specific feedback. This balanced approach helps create a feedback culture that fosters faster improvement without damaging relationships. Developed by Kim Scott through her experience with companies like Google and Apple, Radical Candor offers a practical strategy for organizations to build high-growth feedback loops. We will explore its principles, benefits, implementation methods, and real-world examples to show how it can be used effectively as a scalable system for growth and improved performance. At its heart, Radical Candor is about valuing people as individuals and being honest with them, even when it feels uncomfortable, so that feedback is constructive, actionable, and builds trust. Radical Candor stands out by clearly separating effective feedback from three less helpful approaches: ruinous empathy, where feedback is avoided to protect feelings, but ultimately hurts performance; obnoxious aggression, which is blunt criticism without empathy that damages trust; and manipulative insincerity, where truth is withheld for political or self-serving reasons. The aim is to provide honest feedback that combines high care with high challenge, showing respect and empathy while addressing issues directly. This approach is key to high-performing organizations that view honesty and kindness as working together as opposing forces. By practicing Radical Candor, teams learn faster because they receive immediate, clear feedback that prevents small problems from becoming bigger failures. This speeds up feedback loops and creates lasting advantages. Additionally, most employees prefer honest feedback, as clarity reduces anxiety and builds confidence. When leaders show they care personally while being truthful, employees feel respected and engaged, leading to higher trust in leadership and less passive disengagement overall. Building stronger manager-employee relationships is key because people tend to stay where they feel both challenged and supported. Radical Candor improves decision-making by encouraging upward feedback, not just top-down direction. When leaders actively seek criticism and show humility, team members feel safer to speak their minds, which helps reduce blind spots and leads to better strategic choices, especially in complex or uncertain situations. This combination of psychological safety and intellectual honesty creates much better results. As companies grow faster than leaders can manage everything personally, Radical Candor supports scalable leadership development by teaching new leaders how to coach, correct, and support others effectively. Over time, this builds a culture where giving and receiving feedback becomes a regular personality-independent practice. To put Radical Candor into practice, leaders should start by soliciting feedback themselves, asking direct questions like, "What is one thing I could do better?" and responding with appreciation rather than defensiveness. Acting visibly on feedback when possible shows teams that honesty is valued and lowers the emotional barrier to giving it. Another important step is to build personal trust intentionally. This doesn't mean forming deep friendships, but showing genuine interest in understanding employees' motivations, strengths, and challenges, which helps create a foundation for honest and caring communication. Building trust is crucial because it allows feedback to be honest and direct without causing defensiveness. Regular one-on-one conversations help maintain that trust, along with remembering career goals and recognizing efforts, not just results. When giving feedback, it's important to be specific and actionable because vague comments can confuse and frustrate people. For example, instead of saying your presentation wasn't great, say something like, "The data was strong, but the key takeaway was unclear. If you summarize it on the first slide next time, the impact will improve." This kind of feedback respects the person's ability to grow. Also, separating praise and criticism in time can make both more effective. Praising good work immediately and delivering corrective feedback separately reduces defensiveness and increases clarity. Lastly, to really make radical candor part of the culture, feedback needs to be embedded into regular processes like performance reviews focused on coaching, retrospectives, and peer-to-peer sessions. The key is consistency, not intensity. At Google's early stages, managers were encouraged to give clear, direct feedback based on data, but always with a focus on supporting employee well-being. Those who avoided important performance conversations received coaching rather than praise, which helped create a culture where honest, open dialogue was the norm, without causing fear or anxiety. In a startup example, a charismatic CEO faced challenges with operational follow-through. By openly inviting feedback, the leadership team helped identify gaps, and the CEO responded by creating a more structured operating routine that sped up decision-making and boosted leadership trust. Another example involves a sales manager who initially avoided confronting underperformance. After embracing radical candor, the manager set clear expectations, pinpointed areas needing improvement, and provided coaching. This led to significant progress for 2 team members, while one chose to leave, benefiting both the individual and the company. Overall, radical candor creates clarity, builds trust without hurting performance, speeds up learning, fosters open communication and innovation, cuts down on office politics, and promotes ethical leadership. When done well, it makes both the culture and results stronger. Radical candor, while powerful, comes with some important challenges. First, without genuine care, direct feedback can be mistaken for harshness, which might damage morale and trust if leaders focus only on blunt honesty. It also faces cultural sensitivity issues because in some cultures, especially those that are high context or hierarchical, direct challenge can feel disrespectful or uncomfortable, so the approach must be adapted carefully. Emotional intelligence is crucial, since not every leader has the self-awareness to balance care with challenge, and poor execution can cause harm rather than good. Additionally, radical candor requires a significant time investment. Building trust and keeping feedback frequent takes effort, and organizations under heavy short-term pressure may find it difficult to maintain this practice without strong leadership commitment. Overall, radical candor should be seen as a leadership philosophy, one that frames feedback as respect and honesty, as a tool for growth, not conflict. When leaders truly care and challenge directly, they can boost performance without losing the human element. Although it demands emotional intelligence, consistency, and cultural awareness, the rewards make it a strategic advantage for organizations aiming for sustainable growth. If you found this video useful, there's plenty of more business and finance videos on the channel that you'll enjoy watching and get great practical value from. In the meantime, thanks for watching.